Hello everyone! This is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome one and all to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Thank you for checking in. To no one's surprise, Popeyes has another chicken sandwich out. As a matter of fact, and I will admit I am a bit late to the game reviewing this one, but I sort of put it on the back burner. This is one of those items that I guess there's no point in even trying to say otherwise. I thought no one really cares about this. Popeyes, if you want to talk about an establishment that totally blew it, they had an item, i.e. their chicken sandwich, that was probably the most hyped up fast food release in recent history. You probably remember the hype around the Popeyes chicken sandwich back in 2019, 2020, and how it took the world by storm, and I say that in the literal sense, but they just... Maybe it's impossible to fully capitalize on a chicken sandwich, but it went from being at the absolute top, the absolute pinnacle of fast food, to now something that really no one cares about in the slightest, and it's just amusing. Maybe it was inevitable, but either way, when they released a new variety of their chicken sandwich, what would have been something that I would have been on it immediately. Now years later, I'm sort of just saving it for a rainy day, metaphorically. There's nothing else to review. There's a few holiday releases coming up, but in the interim period, nothing else to really try, so I thought, alright, I'll finally go ahead and get to the Popeyes. And there you have it. And I figure, I'm just going to plainly express my sentiment, because I think there's a lot of people, as consumers, who feel the same way as far as Popeyes and their food is concerned, that the level of excitement just isn't there, I know that's not simply exclusive to me. I see that sentiment all the time in the comments and in the response to this channel and also online, but anyway, I digress. Finally, it's still marked as new on the website, so I guess by definition it still is new. But this was released back in October, and it is their ghost pepper chicken sandwich. Obviously, you could see why it was probably released in October. It was supposed to be for Halloween, etc. But now here I am in mid-December, finally getting to it. But again, they're still selling it, so I guess it counts anyway. What is on the ghost pepper chicken sandwich from Popeyes? For the price of $5, you get a chicken fillet, you get some pickles, it's on a bun, and it has spicy ghost pepper sauce. And I have it right here. We're going to see if it's any good or not. I was looking, and the response to it, see, that's the chicken sizzling. Look at it, it's sizzling in the heat from the ghost pepper. Kitchen. And anyway, I was doing some research about this item, and amusingly, there seem to be differing opinions. There was one source that stated it wasn't spicy at all, which wouldn't surprise me. And then there was another source that said that this was the worst Popeyes chicken sandwich they ever had because it was too spicy to enjoy. So, talk about two contrasting opinions. I am interested in seeing where things stand. One thing, though, even if the hype is dead, essentially... Get a thumbnail. Anyway, what I was saying is, even if the hype for the sandwich isn't what it used to be, I am genuinely curious how spicy it is, because now that there's two opinions of such difference, getting some thumbnails, I gotta know, because I am curious now. And then I'm going to do one where it's like I've never seen a chicken sandwich before. I'll do the surprised face. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because of course I've never seen a chicken sandwich before in my life, so I'm going to be that surprised from a sandwich released by Popeyes at this point. But maybe I'm being a bit harsh on them. But I will say, I mean, look at the size of the chicken. There's a good amount of it. And you see some of the sauce. Not a ton of sauce to be seen, though, but it's there, all right. Oh, and you see the pickle there at the bottom. I think this is a good sandwich to cut in half. I want to see a cross-section. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, still not bad. A little disproportionate, but not bad. Good amount, again, of the chicken, at least. $5 was the price. No meal, just for the sandwich, but at least, again, you're getting a good-sized chicken fillet. All right. Well, you see what's on it. I see what's on it. We all see what's on it. Let's see what it tastes like. The ghost pepper chicken sandwich from Popeyes. It's going in. I'll pause the camera just for the sake of it, but I mean, you could obviously see what an effect the spice is having on me at this point. Alright, so I figure I can sort of afford to have a little bit of fun with this one, because why not? I was curious. I looked around, I visually examined, right, the sandwich, and mind you, you have to be a qualified professional to do this. And I do food reviews on YouTube, and I do a shortwave broadcast, so the qualifications are there. I performed what they call sandwich surgery, and I cut off a section of the sandwich that I thought had the highest concentration of this ghost pepper sauce. And I have it here on the edge of this knife, where it's like almost like a blob of chicken completely submerged in the sauce. And I'm just going to try it just straight up right now, just off the knife. So stupid. Just for the fun of it, so I can get the full flavor. So here goes. Because so far, the amount of spice that I've... That was a bad joke. The execution of that one was off. It's not that hot. That's just my opinion. That's just my consensus. And again, that one was just stupid. But the sandwich isn't really that spicy, which I don't think really surprises many of us. I don't think. When it comes down to ghost pepper themed releases from many a fast food establishment, I think the result is generally the same, right? Whether it's ghost pepper, whether it's habanero pepper, whether it's Carolina Reaper pepper, obviously they bill it one way, and then the result is always the same. Especially if you go to one of the big chains. Now, there are some wing places, right, that if you get these ghost pepper wings or what have you, or a local establishment, they might genuinely be hot. But if you go to a place like KFC or Popeyes or Burger King or McDonald's and they have something that's supposed to be ghost pepper, you know that it's going to be equivalent to like a mild sauce. Maybe a medium, not really a mild. It's going to be a mild spice, maybe equivalent to like a medium sauce. That's what I'm trying to say. But to even call it hot, I think would be a bit of an overstatement. And the person that was saying that this was like the hottest, that it was the worst sandwich they've ever had because it was too hot to enjoy. I just don't know where they're coming from. I guess if people's sensitivities to spice, vary. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just sitting here and there really isn't any sort of effect. The spice reminds me, this actually would be a decent wing sauce. I will say that. This is like a hot sauce that would work better, I think, on some wings than any of the sauces that they actually have on their wings right now, if you would believe it or not. It's got a nice little tangy note to it. A little bit of like a tanginess. Kind of reminds me of like a sauce that's similar to like a Frank's Red Hot sort of sauce. One of those sauces that it's just, you could tell would be a good wing sauce. For the sandwich, it's fine for what it is, but ghost pepper, not at all. Do I associate this sandwich with heat? Not even remotely. It's a flavorful spice, but is it one of those times where the spice is so strong that I'm struggling to maintain my concentration, that I'm fighting back the urge to cough, or to, drink water? And I know people always say the same, and I get it, it just spreads it, but still, drink water or milk or, what have you. No, like I said, I'm perfectly fine here. The spice is minimal, it's flavorful. You notice it upon contact. The sauce is pretty creamy, and again, there isn't a ton of sauce on the sandwich. Maybe that's another issue. But a lot of people have said, in connection to this, that there isn't a ton of sauce on this. So it's not just me. They just put a little smattering of sauce on the sandwich. The fact that I actually had to get a knife and cut off a piece of the chicken that had the most sauce on it, just to try to get a full representation of what this sauce even tastes like, should say something about the amount of sauce that's actually on this sandwich. If you like a sandwich or anything saucy, you are going to be very disappointed by what you receive, because there will be many bites that have no sauce whatsoever. There will be instances where you taste the flavor of the pickle more than you taste the ghost pepper sauce. This is not spicy. Another thing, there's a good amount of chicken on this, but the quality of the chicken was actually lacking a little bit this time around. It was a little bit on the dry side, which is disappointing. Not all that juicy. It didn't taste, like it was stale or anything, just there's usually more moisture to it than there is this time around. That's disappointing. So, sandwich is lacking. The pickles are still nice, don't get me wrong there. Good sized pickles. They're crisp, they're fresh. They add a little bit of tanginess that is not directly affiliated with the sauce. But as far as everything is concerned, not the best sandwich. Do I want to say it's the worst? I wouldn't go that far, but definitely not the best, especially from Popeyes. Most of the time, even if the sauce isn't anything to really remark upon, the quality of the chicken is usually a little bit higher than what I got this time around. Again, just that dryness to the chicken is a tad disappointing, I suppose. And like I said, I went into this fully expecting not really all that much as far as spice is concerned, but the fact that I even had to hunt around for the spice, even to be able to find any, in order to even give an accurate, what I hope to be accurate assessment and flavor profile, I think is an issue. So, it's you shouldn't really be surprised. It's not that spicy. Ghost pepper, no. You go into this, you think, oh, this is going to be really hot. No, it's not going to be. It's going to be barely even noticeable, and it's more of a flavorful spice. This wouldn't be that bad if, number one, the quality of the chicken were a little bit better, and number two, they increased the amount of sauce on this substantially. I would say in order to be what I would consider to be pretty good, it would need at least 3 times as much sauce. So, not great, not horrible, $5. Personally, I'd take that $5 and buy something else with it. That's just me. Not all that surprised, but again, not the best, not the worst, so therefore, out of 10, I'm going to give the ghost pepper chicken sandwich from Popeyes 5.8 out of 10 will be the rating. Like I said, could be better, especially for what it is, but it definitely could be worse as well. And that's all that I have for you. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm your host, The Report of the Week.